everybody! This video is going to go over my research paper and explain everything that I found about my topic. So first off, I'm going to let you know that I couldn't find any visuals for my presentation, so what I conducted was a PowerPoint and I put it onto my TV. That way we can use it as I talk throughout this video. So first I'm going to go over what my presentation or my research paper was about. My research paper was about cross-age tutoring and the influence that it has on the adolescent literacy development. Basically, we're going over the benefits of cross-age tutoring, how to conduct a cross-age tutoring program, and different things like that. And we're also going to talk about who's going to be in the cross-age tutoring program. So, let's go ahead and look at the PowerPoint, and I'm going to talk through it, and I'll bring the camera back to me every time so I can talk about a few other things, alright? Okay, so, my title page is Cross-Age Tutoring and the Influence that it has on Adolescent Literacy Development. Okay, so something you might be asking yourself is, what is cross-age tutoring? Well, cross-age tutoring is also known as peer tutoring, and according to Thorpe and Wood, cross-age tutoring is a form of cooperative learning in which an older student, often one who can benefit from additional reinforcement, is paired with a younger student who may or may not be in need of remediation. So, basically what this means is that we're taking a struggling adolescent reader and we're pairing them with a younger peer. Now, this younger peer doesn't necessarily have to be struggling in any way, but they will benefit from being on a one-on-one interaction with an older peer. So we're taking this struggling adolescent reader and we're pairing it with this younger reader to teach them new things. Okay, so who participates in a cross-age tutoring program? First, we have the tutor. The tutor is going to be your struggling adolescent reader. It's going to be the person who is going in and gives help and advice along with teaching the younger peer who isn't as experienced in learning and the development as the older peer. Then we have the tutee. This is the person who is being tutored by the tutor. This is often a young struggling student, but once again, it doesn't have to be a young struggling student. Okay. So, now we're going to go over the benefits of cross-age tutoring for both the adolescent struggling reader and the young peers. There are many benefits, and I'm only going over a couple. So, there are more than what I'm going over, but we're just going to get the gist of it, okay? Okay, so benefits of cross-age tutoring program for the adolescent peer. Okay, so the cross-age tutoring program helps build the confidence of the adolescent peer because they are helping another student, which is helping them build their confidence because they're teaching and they're being more persistent. And they're the person in charge, so it's helping them become more confident in themselves. Okay, the program helps adolescent students learn to teach. So during the cross-age tutoring program, these students, the peers, the adolescent struggling readers, are being the ones that's teaching the lesson. They're not the ones being taught, they're the ones teaching. So they're becoming more responsible and they're having to create these activities for the younger peers to learn. Okay, so the program helps improve struggling adolescent readers' learning experience. So during these tutoring sessions, they're actually activating their prior knowledge, which is helping them build their learning development. So, as I already said, the program helps with having the students become responsible because they are having to come up with lesson plans to teach the tutee. So the adolescent reader is coming up with the lesson plans, the activities, deciding the pace that they're going, everything like that. So they're becoming more responsible because they're having another person rely on them to do a learning experience. So now we're going to go over the benefits of cross-age tutoring program for the young peers. So young peers tend to listen and learn more from an older peer rather than adults because their peers can understand their academic and personal problems at a different level. So basically what this means is that because the adolescent is closer in age to the young peer than a teacher is going to be, they're more inclined to listen to them and tell them their problems, why they're having trouble in certain learning activities, and even their personal lives. So, creating a cross-age tutoring program allows the tutee a one-on-one experience that they may not get without the program. So this is saying that these students, that they're not necessarily struggling, but the ones that are, or even the ones that aren't, it's giving them the opportunity to be a one-on-one, it's giving them the opportunity to be one-on-one with an adolescent reader and really getting the personal time they need, basically. So, and then the program helps build their confidence. So just like with the adolescent tutors, it's helping them build their confidence because they're learning more in depth because the one-on-one experiences, it's allowing them to read, allowing them to get more experience with the learning. Okay. So, in one of my articles, I read about a 5-day cycle of cross-age tutoring activities. Basically, what this is doing is it's telling you how the tutors come up with the lesson plans and things like that. It's 5-day cycle of how they're doing what they're doing. So, day 1, the tutors choose the literacy for the tutees, learning how to choose and implement instructional strategies that were specific to the material. They are learning how to activate their prior knowledge. They are trying to help inform the purpose of learning to read, finding and learning new words, and how to model the strategies for the students. On day 2, they are having the tutors get in pairs to practice the different strategies that they will be using with their tutee to go over things such as vocabulary development, phonics skills, and phonemic awareness skills. Now on day 3, this is when they start going into the classrooms. They're going to go into the first classroom and teach the first lesson, and then they're going to journal their experience. Now on day 4, this is when they're going to go into the second classroom and once again do the same thing, but they're going to write about their experiences again in their journals. Now, on the 5th and final day, the tutors are going to have a discussion among each other and see what they observed throughout their lessons and do a debriefing of their tutees. So it's basically giving you a step-by-step of what the tutors are going to be doing at the beginning of the program, what they're going to be doing at the end. So they're going to go over everything and they're going to basically share ideas to see what worked and what didn't. Okay, so the final thing we're going to go over is how to make the program successful. There are many different ways to make a program successful. Now, the few things that have been proven to make the cross-age tutoring program successful is they have to identify a certain goal. So when it comes to the tutors and the tutees, they have to decide what they need to learn. So what is the goal? What is the purpose of the cross-age tutoring program? Then they have to come up with the program design, when they're going to do it, how they're going to do it, how long they're going to do it for. Then they're going to decide which classroom inside the school can benefit most from the tutoring program. The way they're going to do this is they're going to look at each classroom's grades. They're going to look at their test scores, things like that, put them all together and see which classes have the most struggling adolescent readers and which classroom has the most struggling young peers, so they can put them together. Then the school is going to select the students that will partake in the program as the tutors and tutees. Once again, this is coming from the classroom, they're coming from the test scores, they're going to go over all that, and they're going to decide which students can benefit from this program. Okay, then the planning with the teachers, what materials will be used along with the activities. So they're going to go ahead and decide what activities they're going to do, they're going to decide what materials they need for their activities, and it's basically the planning period. So in order to make this successful, there's a lot of steps you have to take before actually partaking in the cross-age tutoring program. So as you can see from my research that there are many benefits to creating and doing a cross-age tutoring program inside of the classroom. It helps not only the adolescent struggling reader, but also the young peer. So right here is the references that I used to get all of my information, and I hope that my research paper sheds some light on cross-age tutoring for y'all. So y'all have a great day.